Okay, so for my participation story, we're doing a story called Charles by Shirley Jackson, and I'm actually doing it with my middle school class, and you guys know that's a little tougher than all you guys out there doing with the elementary school classes. So we're doing a participation story for Charles by Shirley Jackson. So here we go. The day Kevin started kindergarten, he gave up overalls and bibs and began wearing blue jeans and a belt. His mother watched him go off the first morning with the older girl next door, seeing clearly that an era of her life was over. Her sweet little nursery school tot replaced by a long-trousered, swaggering boy who forgot to stop at the corner and wave bye to her. He came running home the same way, the front door slamming, his cap on the floor, and the voice suddenly shouted, "Ain't nobody here."
"Isn't anybody here?"
His mother corrected him. At lunch, he spoke rudely to his father and spilled his baby sister's milk. "How was school today?" his mother asked. "All right," he said. "I didn't learn nothing."
"Didn't learn anything,"
his mother corrected. "The teacher spake the boy, though." "What'd he do?" Kevin's mother asked. "Who was it?" "It was Charles," he said.
"Oh my gosh, what did Charles do?"
"Charles didn't do nothing. The teacher told him to."
"Didn't he do anything?"
his mother said. The next day, Kevin said, "Well, Charles was bad again today. Today, Charles hit the teacher and got spanked. He hit the teacher because she tried to make him color with red crayons, and Charles don't like no red crayons."
"Don't like any red crayons,"
his mother corrected. After the conversation, Kevin slid off of his chair, kicked his baby sister's toys across the room. The following days went the exact same way. Wednesday, Kevin said, "It was Charles."
"Oh my gosh, what did he do?"
He bounced the seesaw off a girl's head. Thursday, it was Charles.
"Oh my gosh, what did he do?"
He kept pounding his feet on the floor. Friday, it was Charles.
"Oh my gosh, what did he do?"
He said a bad word. The following days went the same way. Wednesday, Kevin said, "It was Charles."
"Oh my gosh, what did he do?"
Oh, I'm sorry about that. Over the weekend, Kevin's parents talked about what was going on at the school. They worried that Kevin might be influenced by all the toughness and bad grammar. Kevin's mother made up her mind that she would visit the school later the next week to address her concerns. The following Monday, Kevin came in later and remarked, "It was Charles."
"Oh my gosh, what did he do?"
Charles had to stay after school and everyone had to stay with him. "What does this Charles look like?" Kevin's mother asked. "What's his other name?" But Kevin had already left the room while his mother was still talking. Kevin's mother missed that first meeting because the baby was sick, but she did not miss the stories about Charles. It was Charles.
"Oh my gosh, what did he do?"
The class was doing exercises and Charles walked out because Charles can't do no exercises.
"Can't do any exercises,"
his mother corrected. Each day for weeks they heard stories about the infamous Charles until one day something changed. Kevin came home and said, "It was Charles."
"Oh my gosh, what did he do?"
Charles helped the teacher. He cleaned her boards and fed the goldfish and emptied the trash.
"Oh, that's so sweet."
Charles went on for the rest of the week helping the teacher, and everybody was so relieved that Charles had changed. The next week was the PTA meeting, and Kevin's mother was the first one to go. They were looking for Charles's mother. Kevin's father asked, "What if she's not here?" "Oh, she'll be here. I can't see how they would have a PTA meeting without Charles's mother." At the meeting, they sat restlessly, looking around for someone who looked beaten down enough to be Charles's mother, but they could find no one. After the meeting, they identified and sought out Kevin's kindergarten teacher. They maneuvered up to one another cautiously and smiled. "I've been so anxious to meet you," they said. "We're Kevin's parents."
"Is that right?"
"We're also interested in Kevin," said the teacher. "Well, he certainly likes kindergarten," Kevin's mother said. "He talks about it all the time." "We had a little trouble adjusting the first week or so," the teacher said primly, "but now he's a fine little helper, with occasional lapses, of course." "That's strange," Kevin's mother said. "He usually adjusts very quickly." "I suppose it's that Charles's influence." "Charles?" the teacher said. "Yes," Kevin's mother said, laughing. "You must have your hands full with that Charles in kindergarten." "Charles?" the teacher said. "We don't have any Charles in kindergarten." So here's a question. What's the surprise ending at the end of the story? Who is Charles?
No, Kevin.
Kevin has been doing all this bad stuff. So it's revealed at the end of the story that Kevin is Charles. Look back through the story. What are a couple of bad things that Kevin has been doing that might indicate it's him? Yes. Okay? Yes. All right. Now, this is the things that Kevin is saying that Charles is doing. What is the stuff that Kevin himself been doing? Look at the story. What's a couple of things that Kevin did? No, that's what Charles did. Lying is definitely one thing he did.